Okay, welcome back to this video. For this tutorial, we're going to be designing our footer. We're going to be styling up our footer. Actually, I'm going for the fold over effect, something like this. What we're trying to accomplish, but only better, because this is an unfinished job. So to begin with, I'm going to need you to slice a portion of I want you to duplicate our header banner, our header palm background image, and take it down there. So to do this, I'm just gonna you select your quick tool, your quick move tool. You should have auto select selected. Hold down Alt, click and drag. Sorry, Ctrl Z. Now just come into your layers palette. Make a duplicate of this layer by dragging it into the new layer icon over here. By dragging it into a new layer icon over there, and we're going to reset our clipping mask back. Get back on this one. Just press down. Hold down the arrow key down on your keyboard, or use your mouse to move it. Just move it down here, somewhere here. Ensure it's aligned with the edges. Ensure this edge is aligned and this edge right over here is aligned. Okay. Then we're gonna cut it up using the rounded rectangle tool. Select the rounded rectangle tool. Ensure the radius is set at 20 pixels and the path option is ticked. Just draw a path over the image at one side. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to use it as a selection to take off this sharp edge, so it rhymes with the background image. So I'm just going to right click on this and click on make selection. Ensure the feather radius is 0 pixels until last new selection. Click on OK. Then select your move tool. Click once on the image background. And come over here into your tools palette and rasterize that image. We don't rasterize it. Unrasterize it, it's like flattening the image. We'll be unable to make any more changes to each individual palm object. Rasterize it. Now to rasterize it, just right click on it and click on rasterize layer. Flattens out the image. So now we're going to delete out the background. First of all, you're going to select the inverse of this selection. The inverse right now it's just this part of the image I selected. We want to select the other part of the image aside from this part. So what we do is select the inverse, go into your edit menu. So you're going to select menu and click on inverse, or you can use the shortcut key Ctrl Shift high. Then you're going to hit delete once. You see that? I've successfully deleted the other portions of my background image. Now use the shortcut key Ctrl D to deselect, and you're going to move this in a little bit so it flushes with this side. Now I'm going to transform this image by pressing Ctrl T. Right click on it, click on warp, and just move the last knob to at this point. Just move it up, something like this. Then you're gonna hit the enter key. See this? Now what we're gonna do from here on is to use our path tool, our pen tool. Use our pen tool right over here to select portions of this out of the fold up out, and we're going to delete the background image, our background a little bit. so as to reflect the fold up effect. Now select your pen tool, select your zoom tool, zoom in on the area we're going to be working on, then select your pen tool, and just create a path around. Just create a path around Ctrl Z. Working with a pen tool is initially kind of tricky, but over time with practice and you get to be good at it. So just take your time, don't be in a hurry, try each thing out. What I did initially is I clicked right here, I clicked somewhere here. Those are 3 points. I'm gonna be using 3 points. I'm gonna be adjusting those 3 points so as to ensure to make this line flush with this fold up right over here. Now to adjust the line, line knobs, the knobs, we're gonna use the convert point tool. Select the convert point and click once on your line, so you see where you have your knobs, your nodes. Now we're gonna start with this node. We're just gonna pull this out a little bit, and we're gonna release it once. Then we're gonna select this one and just move it in this way until it flushes. See that? We now have a fine flush right here. I'm just gonna move this down a little bit. Okay. Now, as for this one, nothing. We shouldn't do anything about that. Just use your down key to move it aside. Your arrow keys to move it aside a little bit. Then we'll need to adjust this one a little bit. Like this. Okay. To adjust this, okay. I'm going to adjust this part also to fit with our folder. Okay, that should be enough. And I'm just going to create a new layer over our cropped palm image. New layer, and I'm going to my part menu. I'm sure you have a color that is very visible, maybe black. I select it and fill it up with a color. Click once in your work part, empty work part area to clear out the part. Then we're gonna come down here and we're gonna style this up a little bit. This is the layer we created earlier. We're gonna style it up a little bit into your blending options. Into your blending options, and I'm gonna apply a gradient overlay to it. And then we're gonna apply reflected gradient on it. And then set a few parameters. What I did, I clicked on this once and clicked in here. It made a copy of the white gradient area. I clicked on this part once, it made a copy of the black gradient area. Okay, see that? But now we need to adjust the angle of the gradient so it flushes with our design. So just click inside this angle box, and use down your arrow keys down or up to adjust the gradients. Adjust it until you have a more realistic effect. I think the black is too much on the offside, so we're just gonna tone that down a little bit. Let's say dark shade of gray. Tone this down a little bit. Okay. So this one, a lighter shade of gray should be enough. Okay. Now we have our effect established. What we're gonna need to do now, the reason why we use this cropped palm image is so we can easily see where the photo applies while we draw our path on it. So now I'm gonna need you to load the selection that corresponds to this layer. Oh no, not that. Okay, let me just zoom back in so we see what we have. Actual pixels, fit screen. I think that's kind of nice. But we don't need this image here. All we want is a white background. All we want is the paper to fold up from the background. So to finalize this effect, I'm gonna need you to click on this white layer. Recall that it's a smart layer. So by double-clicking on the smart object thumbnail, the little image over here, double-clicking on it, it's gonna open it up in a new tab. If you get any warning, just press OK. And I'm going to need you to bring in the image, our cropped image. Sorry, that's a mistake. I'm going to need to bring in our cropped image. That's this one. Just right click on it, click on duplicate layer, and select it as main content 1. Okay. So you're just gonna drag it into place. Just drag it into place. Ensure it's flushed at this point and at this point. Then you're gonna load the selection that corresponds to this layer. To do that, recall how we do that. Hold down your Control key and click inside the thumbnail just once. Okay. Now we have that set. You are gonna need to delete a portion of this portion of this layer, just this portion right over here. Okay. And to do that, I want you to select this layer by clicking on this once. Make sure your move tool is selected. Make sure you have auto select selected. Click inside here once, and you're gonna inverse this selection. Go into your select menu, click on inverse. Okay. Now you could either use a vector mask tool or you could use the normal delete tool. Okay, it's all up to you. I think I'm gonna be using the delete on this one. So you just delete out this. The reason why I inverse my selection is so this active area that is being selected is just this point, the point around the image, and not actually inside the image. So the image, this side add like a buffer while you're deleting. Okay. And let's just increase this one size a little bit, increase the hardness, increase the size, so we have a smoother delete. Okay, that should be it. Now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to need to delete the palm image we imported in as a template. I'm going to delete it. Just Ctrl D. Delete it. Make sure you click on it once before deleting. Now you're going to press Ctrl S to save the changes made to your smart object. Ctrl S. Go into your styling menu. Notice how we now have a red space there. Now what I need to do is to just delete the palm image right here. Make sure you have your quick move selected. Make sure you have auto select selected. Now delete the palm image right here. See, now we have our folded effect. We're going to apply our footer text text right somewhere around there. Okay. Okay, that's that for that. That for our footer. When I get back, we're going to be bringing in most of our elements for our header right here. Okay, see you when I get back.